I think that's always nice. But yeah, I'm just gonna go and eat this now before my brother finishes it. So yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a quick and easy oven jerk chicken. This recipe is quick and easy, so I'm not going to be showing you how to make your own jerk seasoning. There's a lot of really great videos online and like blogs that can show you that type of thing. I'm just going to use the tropical sun because I really like it. I think it tastes good and it's quick and it's easy. Obviously, jerk chicken is not jerk chicken without a jerk pan, but a good seasoning and a good oven with a good technique can give you something as close as possible to the authentic real deal. We're going to be using the oven because I think it's really good for people to know how to make a good jerk chicken without a jerk pan. We don't all have that luxury. It's not always convenient. So yeah, make sure you let me know how you find it, check it out, give it a try, and it's a great aid if you check out my blog to use alongside the written instructions just to give you some visuals as to how I do it and how my chicken looks, that, you know, we can be matching. Okie dokie, so we want to start out with our chicken cleaned and prepared, and we're just going to butterfly it by cutting it along the breast line, flipping it over skin side up, and then scoring it in 6 places. I like to do 2 on the breast, 2 on the legs, 2 on the thighs, and this just helps to work the seasoning in a little bit deeper into the chicken, just give it a bit more of a fuller flavour. I like to use about half a cup of jerk seasoning, but it's completely up to you. Just remember, the more you use, the spicier it will be, and make sure it's evenly distributed as well, just so that like one side doesn't taste better than the other. You want to get into every nook and cranny, every armpit, every corner of the chicken. Make sure you're touching that in it. Just make sure you work it in for a good 5 minutes, and then we're just going to transfer it to the pan. This is just for convenience, just so that when I'm ready I can literally just throw that bad boy in the oven because ain't nobody got time for unnecessary steps. I like to sprinkle just a tad bit of sea salt on top because I am using like a pre-prepared seasoning. If you make your own, you probably won't need to do this. And then we're just going to wrap that in cling film, and it's best to leave it overnight. Obviously, if you are pressed for time, maybe half an hour to an hour, sometimes even straight away, but overnight would be best, just so that, you know, the seasoning can work into the chicken. And then when you're ready, you're going to preheat your oven to 180 degrees, remove the cling film, add a cup of water into the bottom. Do not pour it over the chicken because you will wash away some of the seasoning. And then we're going to cover it with foil. And once we've covered it with foil tightly so that the chicken can steam, we're going to put that into the oven for about 45 minutes. And in the meantime, I like to chill. I like to talk on the phone, you know, chit chat with my girls, all that type of stuff. So once the 45 minutes are up, we want to get that chicken back out of the oven and remove the foil, and just use the like stock juices that have accumulated in the bottom of the pan to baste it, to make sure that the top isn't drying out. We want it to look glossy and succulent and juicy. And then we're going to put it back into the oven, but we're not going to cover it. And this is where the chicken is going to get that like darker color, where it looks grilled and like authentically jerked. And we're going to, in the meantime, we're going to move on to make the spicy ketchup sauce. I need a cute name for that because spicy ketchup sauce isn't working for me. So if you've got one, let me know. And to a saucepan, we're just going to add a cup of ketchup, a cup of water, some sugar and jerk seasoning. You can get the exact measurements in the recipe that's on my blog. But we want to add all the ingredients to the saucepan, turn it up on a high heat, allow it to boil, and then turn it down and leave it to simmer for about 10 minutes or so. You can even leave it until your chicken is cooked on a really low heat. The longer you leave it, the thicker it will be, like more of a glaze. And then you want to just go back into the oven, check that chicken, baste it with the juices, and you want to do that intermittently, like every 15-10 minutes until it's cooked. Once it's cooked, we're just going to check it by cutting it along a joint. Make sure it's not bleeding, there's no blood there, and along the bone should be brown. You can see that we've got that dark colour. It looks jerked, like you wouldn't know that it was done in the oven. Then we're going to cut it up into about 16 pieces. I put it on a wooden board because I thought that was cute. I was trying to do guy, not going to lie. The aesthetics of it, drizzle over some of that sauce. And I think we're good to go. I think that's looking like a jerk chicken, to be honest. Nobody would know you did it in the oven. Didn't take too long, wasn't too complicated. and we're nice. Okay, so the chicken's all done. We've cut it up into what would be 16 pieces. I've just put some on a board so it looks a bit fancy, and drizzled some of the sauce on top of it. Yeah, I'll just taste it. I know it tastes good, but you know. Good. I think it tastes good. The sweet sauce helps to dampen the spice. Jerk chicken by nature is spicy just because of the way that it's seasoned. So if you don't want it too spicy, just reduce the amount of seasoning that you're using. So in Jamaica, we would have this with festival, which is like sweet kind of fried dumplings. Would have it. You could have it with rice. You could have it with grilled sweet corn, or you could just have it by itself. I like to eat it by itself. Kind of like a nice, I wouldn't say snack, but kind of like a mini meal, or maybe with some festival. But make sure you check it out, give it a try. The recipe will be on my blog, which I will link in the comment box below. It's got all the details, step-by-step instructions that you can use with this video. Just give me any feedback, anything that you particularly liked, anything that you did to modify it to your own particular taste. I think that's always nice. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Mwah.